Hi there. Welcome to the Generalist Engineer. Before we dive in, a quick disclaimer. If you're already involved in any of the business types I'll discuss, don't take it personally. My goal is to share my perspective, which might not align with yours, and that's okay. I wouldn't start any of the following businesses for a variety of reasons, which I'll explain. Ultimately, they don't align with what I believe to be the best risk to reward ratio. When starting a new venture, one of the most crucial factors to consider is risk. You'll need to invest significant time and money upfront. Things like registering a legal entity, renting office or retail space, hiring staff, and managing a range of other expenses that quickly add up. If you're funding this venture from your own pocket, you're fully aware of the risk. And depending on your financial situation, that's even a chance you could run out of resources before the business becomes profitable. Before jumping into the list, I think it's important to mention that a lot of this comes down to my own perspective, shaped by the generation I belong to. I see the world through a digital lens, so online businesses make the most sense to me. That said, I know that there are traditional businesses that thrive and succeed financially. With that out of the way, let's get into it. The first type of business I would not start is a brick and mortar store. For example, a clothing shop, a grocery store, or a utility store. Why? Because I think it's tough to compete with online retailers. Now, of course, brick and mortar stores can succeed, but when it comes to price, I think it's hard to beat the online marketplaces and large e commerce giants. For grocery stores specifically, it's even more challenging to compete with big chains, which can offer a wide range of products at lower prices due to their sheer sales volume. Additionally, if you're opening a physical store, you must consider all the risks I mentioned earlier: hiring employees, managing inventory, dealing with potential losses, covering legal expenses, paying taxes, the list goes on. An online store, on the other hand, seems more attractive to me, even though I'm currently not interested in retail at all. The second business I would not start is a restaurant or a cafe. I always thought that these are tricky businesses, and while I love spending time in them, sometimes working from a cafe, the economics don't add up to me. Margins are often razor thin due to high operational costs, food waste, and other variables. Even though food prices may seem high to customers, the reality is that profit margins aren't as substantial as they appear, making it easy for these businesses to lose money month after month. The third business I would not start may break the pattern a bit, but it's one of the many people unfortunately don't execute well. That's a digital marketing agency. What bothers me most about marketing agencies is the issue of scalability. Typically, a digital marketing agency targets local clients who need help with their online presence. Things like managing social media accounts, running ads, maintaining websites, optimizing profiles on Google My Business, Instagram, and Facebook. Now, while it's true that an agency can be profitable with just a handful of clients, the growth ceiling becomes apparent fairly quickly. Scaling up isn't as simple as signing more clients. You need to hire and train additional staff to maintain the same level of service, and ensuring consistent quality across the board can be a real challenge. I'm not saying it's a bad business. In fact, many agencies run successful operations with a small, steady client base. But the business model doesn't appeal to me personally because of its limited scalability. If you've made this far into the video, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with my list? What type of businesses would you start or avoid? And don't forget to subscribe to the Generalist Engineer. Thanks for watching.